folks, this is Adrian, the masterful dude of Dooliness, the face that runs the place. I'm here joined by Julio, the fifth dimensional host, Alberto Vidal, one of the co-hosts, also another co-host, Jim, the man with the plan, Ramos.
And we welcome you to
CanonFire. Well, folks, we're not at the studio, but we're at a secondary studio. It's James, the absentee host, Alexander Ramos, Peter Benjamin Parker. I forgot all the things I call you. It's like you're Daenerys Stormborn now. This is your
breaker of pants,
captain of ships.
Sorry.
Today is a very special episode, mostly because Julio's not here.
Wah, wah, wah.
We love you, man, but we're here because I believe it was last week, right? Discovery had their mid-season break,
right?
Which we're gonna do a classic radio tease, and stay tuned for that. First, we got to run down all the news. As this weekend saw the release of Justice League, where it performed pretty bad. 96 million domestically, or worldwide it was 281 million, so better domestically. Critically, it's ripped to shreds, 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, miles ahead of BVS and Suicide Squad. However, the audience score is pretty odd. We're still getting that debate going of fans versus critics.
Right.
Because Thor Ragnarok's audience rating was 86%, whereas Justice League's 83%. Yeah. Which is pretty interesting to see such a divide still again. I mean, you can probably assume just DC shills are going to defend BVS and Suicide Squad, which are bad films, but Justice League is a below average film.
I like how he says DC shills, like he's talking about other people.
What? I've always said BVS was a bad film. I have always said, however, that the cinematography is nice and there's some good moments. Other than that, it's a terrible film.
You like bad films?
I can have a guilty pleasure, can I not?
Sure.
I'm recognizing it's bad, and I feel guilty.
That's what's important.
I feel guilty of owning it. How about that?
Because you not grow until you recognize the truth.
Yeah, well, all right, go fuck yourself. So, other things in the news regarding this, I just found out that Henry Cavill I really want him to stay as Superman.
Yeah,
after watching Justice League 3 times and today a 4th. I really want him to stay because it looks like we're going to go reboot.
Despite how much I hate BVS, and everyone in the group knows how much I hate BVS.
And multiple groups, I
guess. And Superman is a big part of the reason I hate BVS. I still want Henry to stay as Superman.
Yeah.
The part that I feel like what he brings to the character is good. Same way I feel about Ben Affleck as Batman.
Right.
What he brought to Batman in Batman vs Superman, I enjoy.
Yeah, they did very good jobs as actors.
Yeah.
It was the material that was subpar.
It actually lacked up material.
And by the way, I'm Jim Ramos,
Oh yeah.
No one bothered to introduce me.
It's redundant.
We already have an introduction.
Oh, okay.
Remember we filmed it and you edited it?
No, I don't remember that.
It's redundant, Jim.
If people are going to think it's a visual study.
We filmed an introduction, so I don't have to Thanks. All right, so
continue.
So with Justice League out of the way, Thor Ragnarok
getting real low, big.
With Thor Ragnarok this weekend passing 700 million, it's looking like it might go to $1 billion.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah, I think it'd be. I mean, look, I don't think I need to root for Marvel's success.
At this point, no.
I mean, they're doing that. They're doing pretty well. But I don't know. I like this. I like what Thor Ragnarok is as a symbol of where the Marvel, the Marvel formula, as people are calling it, has come from. I like it.
Yeah.
For me, however, there's been 3 Marvel films this year. There's going to be, I believe, 3 next year with Black Panther in February,
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War in May, and then following that up, Captain Marvel.
Right.
Which I have yet to hear if they even started production.
I don't know either.
Neither do I. And then one
Neither do I.
DC film, which is Aquaman. And considering that Warner Brothers is waiting for the reception of Justice League to see how they're going to do this Days of Future Past thing with Flash,
Right.
we'll see how that goes.
So I won't be watching any DC movies next year.
I want to ask you, James,
Yes.
since you've seen all 3 Marvel movies,
I
this year,
have.
I'm going to ask both of you. What is your favorite Marvel MCU movie of the year? Because if I were to include Marvel, it would include Logan or whatever.
hands down.
If the camera could turn around right now
Yeah.
and look at the series of Spider-Man
Hopefully,
pops sitting right behind me.
Jim could like edit a part of it in of a little video of all the pops.
That's actually why I took the video.
Ah, smart man.
It's Spider-Man Homecoming. I mean, but beside everything else, I loved Thor Ragnarok. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. But it's Spidey, man, and this is the Spidey I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Jim?
Basically the same answer. This is the Spider-Man that I've been waiting for all these years. Right? This, I mean, not that I didn't have issues with the film, but as a whole, I found it very enjoyable, very well done. Right? It brought me the Peter Parker, right, that I felt we needed to see on the screen, and Spider-Man was just awesome. So it was the best one so far.
Yeah, and look, like, really, I would say I have less problems with, like, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 than I do have with
Interesting.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah,
That's
I could say
that's
that.
kind of interesting because I'm the opposite.
Yeah?
Everyone knows how much I hated little bug man. Everyone knows. Yeah, Peter.
Oh,
Spidey.
a little bug. Okay, got it.
I think Spider-Man: Homecoming, as a film of itself and what it was doing, I think is the standout MCU film of the year, and it's in my top 5 films of the year.
Okay, I gotta do this because it's gonna look weird on the camera if I don't. The reason everybody keeps seeing me look to the side and pay attention over there is because I have this wonderful little creature right here. See that? Okay, so just wanted you to know why
Just
I was
let
looking
him
at
It just became the Animal Planet.
it.
Best in show.
Best in show.
Well, I mean, James, you're really good with dogs.
They tried.
Is Logan still your
Yeah,
favorite
but
movie?
you're not an example of that.
Is Logan still my favorite movie of the year?
This is, again, I want to mention now, this is recorded in November. Last Jedi comes out next month. So,
I can't imagine Last Jedi beating Logan.
wow.
Yeah.
I will say this, the marketing is pretty bad because they keep leaking a lot
I
of stuff.
wouldn't know.
Good. James, can you give a, like, help them out, find out how to block, like, what's the blocker?
I'm gonna have to write an article because it's a whole series of apps and extensions that I use to block stuff online. But yeah, I'm adamant about not being spoiled for things.
Right.
So I've got things that block Game of Thrones spoilers and Star Wars spoilers and whatever I needed to. But basically that means it blocks anything that related to those things.
Yeah, the only spoilers that I've been exposed to were the ones TV commercials, but I would turn away and won't leave the room.
I don't watch TV. So.
Yeah, exactly. But I have other family members in the house, so they have the TV on.
So I feel that Spider-Man is a better film than the other 2 MCU films.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman is
But again-
clearly the better DC film of the year.
Yeah. But again, I think I have so many problems with Homecoming because I'm such a Spider-Man fan.
Nitpicking. Type of
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Like again, like I said, I've said it a few times. I could have dealt without all of the technology in the suit. I could have dealt without.
Even though it's voiced by Jennifer Connelly, I believe.
And that does make it better, but
Yeah.
still. Lily, down. Sorry, guys. Lily, down.
Yes, that was the other terror.
Terrier, Dad. They're terriers.
Terror,
You have your
terror.
version of the truth, I have mine.
But James, do you feel? I mean, considering we have Justice League out, and that's the last comic book movie. I mean, I don't want to consider Star Wars a comic book
Sure.
movie. That's 2 DC films, 3 MCU films, and then you have Logan, 6 films in a year. Are you broke as I am broke? Are you broke, Jim?
I still think
You know it.
If I'm being realistic and I really think about it, like put my Spidey part aside, then yeah, I do think I think Logan. I like Logan more. So it would.
Well, it
be,
was a great send-off.
Logan was a better movie.
yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, Spider-Man definitely means more to me. Homecoming definitely it hits me closer.
Right.
But in terms of just raw, like holy crap,
Yes.
this is a film that impacted me. It's Logan. So
What-
it would be Logan, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Guardians, Thor.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't seen
pretty
Justice
much-
League yet.
And I doubt it'll go up.
Yeah. Fair.
Hey? Yeah, that's pretty much how I see it too, as far as quality film.
With this out of the way, I wanted to say James has been with me because last week we had Roger on, but James has also, we mentioned you a lot, by the way. At least I did. Julio didn't because Julio's very...
Who?
Yes. But you guys, again, I always said when we started Fan Freaks, back when it was Xavier's League of Extraordinary Avengers
Corps Incorporated.
The original 5 were Julio, myself, Roger, Garrett, and James. And
This one.
Roger and James and Julio and I all met at the same time, which was watching Avengers.
That's right.
And we're getting really close to 1,000, my friend. We're at 836 members. It's getting up there. We're now ranking up the activities, and I wanted to say right now with you, James will hopefully be joining me again for the Freakies,
Oh yeah.
and we're gonna look at a date for March. I feel that March would be better because last year we did it really late. I feel it was a little too late, and I hope you can step it up and be a co-host of the event.
Ooh.
Because last year we did 3 guys. Let's do 4 guys.
Oh.
We're gonna gangbang you. That's the wrong term.
Yes, the filter goes before the mouth.
So I wanted to get the movies out of the way. We have some video game news. I wanted to ask both of you gentlemen.
Okay.
Especially you, James. You played 3 of the 5 nominees
Yes.
here. So the Game Awards, big thing. Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, all fighting for Game of the Year. Right now, if you had to pick, which one wins?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Over Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Folks, also, he bought a Switch purely for Zelda.
Yeah.
Wanted
Don't get
to
me
be
wrong. Breath of the Wild blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind.
It blew other things as well.
Absolutely blew my. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. Look, I'm a huge Zelda fan. In general, it's probably my favorite video game series. But Breath of the Wild was art in video game form.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It plays well. I care about the main character, which is hard to say about Link, because Link is just an extension of yourself. Because he's a silent protagonist, so it's just an extension of yourself. I care about Aloy, like she mattered to me. So yeah, without even thinking about it. Oops.
That's fine, but that means we're going to be right back after these words because I want to ask him about the other games in that series.
See you soon. And you can go.
And we're back. So we were talking about the game of the year.
Yes.
I have a question for you and a question for you.
Yeah.
But first to you, because he spoke a lot in the last segment. I got to moderate. Jim, do you feel that in order for a game to be game of the year, it should be finished completely? And it shouldn't be rushed or anything like that? It shouldn't be unfinished?
There are so few games that come out that actually do finish. There's always another part, another sequel, another something else to add on to the story.
No,
That's not what he's talking about. Because player unknown battlegrounds.
which is being criticized, being nominated for
Yeah.
that because, according to people, it's unfinished.
It's a game that came out as early access, which means it's still in development
Right.
as gamers are playing it.
Mhm.
So it's in beta, basically.
Right, we're all beta, basically.
Right. Lily, get down! Yeah, so they're criticizing the idea that an unfinished game is being voted for Game of the Year.
Okay, it seems to me that's a technicality, and that you're splitting hairs. If the game has the content and the qualities that you look for in a game of the year, then that's what it should stand on.
How do you feel about it being nominated?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you agree with that sentiment at all? That it's
Thoroughly.
unfinished?
I mean, to say that it's unfinished, it's unpolished is more accurate.
Okay.
It's unpolished, but it's a heck of a game, and it's so much fun to play. And the thing is, if you're playing with enough people, the rest of the game doesn't matter. That's where the game shines, is the people you're playing against and how quickly you get torn apart.
And I mean, for comparison's sake, at this same award show, I believe it was last year, Overwatch won Game of the Year.
Right.
And that's a purely online game with no
Right.
story. So it's not a unprecedented thing.
Well, I do think that it's a little different though, because Overwatch it technically does have a story, but besides the point. The game itself doesn't lend itself. It's just it's an arena battle. That's not what player on the battlegrounds is.
Right.
Because that's a survival game.
No, I understand, but I feel both are purely online shooters.
Sure.
Is
And-
Overwatch an open
Overwatch?
world? I mean, Overwatch.
No,
it's not an open world,
No,
right?
it's a MOBA.
Battlegrounds?
It's an arena shooter.
Okay.
No, Overwatch.
Oh. So you're picking Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Jim, have you played any of these games?
Again, Breath of the Wild though would be right.
So
there.
you wouldn't be pissed if Breath of the Wild won.
No, hell
All right.
Okay, which is the one I played?
no. Which one did you play?
The one with the little girl who discovers all the little things.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Okay, I played.
No, sorry, you're talking about you're talking about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay, Horizon Zero Dawn. I found it very enjoyable. Artistically, it touched me. Okay, and I look forward to playing more of it. Okay, the other games I can't comment on
Yet.
yet.
Also, I think Aloy sets a good precedence for a female protagonist in a video game.
I have yet to play it, unfortunately. I'm really broken and out of time here.
So when you're done with mine, you can give it to him.
Understood. So I wanted to kind of harken back to Justice League. We're going to try and see Justice League today. It'll be my fourth. It'll be both of you
I'm the virgin.
first.
Haven't said that in a while.
And we were talking before the show how much we all enjoy Henry Cavill's Superman.
Yes.
And I saw an article in it, and I kind of agree with it. And James adamantly hates BVS, but he really enjoyed Man of Steel. As
Yeah.
I enjoyed Man of Steel. as
Well,
James
again,
enjoyed-
we've talked about this though. BVS to me was so bad it ruined Man of Steel for me.
Right, but if you were to put it by itself, it's
Here's the thing. Again, my big thing with Man of Steel was that I was okay with it as long as it was a as long as we never got that Superman again. You get me?
Mhm.
Like as long as that was him learning from his mistakes and he grows from there.
Right.
But because he didn't in BVS, it kind of cheapened Man of Steel for me. You got what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I mean by that. But yeah, Man of Steel out on its own as a movie I liked it,
Yeah.
except for Pa Kent's the whole thing.
understood. But it kind of feels now with Justice League kind of failing financially.
Yes.
We may be gonna have a reboot. I don't know. I don't want to lose Cavill. And Cavill posted out on Instagram this very touching message to us, fans of him and
Oh.
fans of DC. May I read it?
Please.
Sure.
He says, "To you, the fans, what can I say? You are incredible, amazing, wonderful people, and for you I am endlessly grateful. Thank you. These superheroes that we play are you, and you are them. Your passion, your patience, your belief in the magic is why I do what I do. Thank you all for coming and for your support. Being on this journey with you is special beyond words."
So I
Aww.
started laughing because I immediately imagined him saying that with a poorly CGI'd upper lip.
I can confirm after 3 watches and one of them being IMAX. The CGI is that bad.
Hey, look, for me, Cavill has been the personification of Superman, and that has been best suited for the big screen since.
I don't agree.
You prefer Ralph?
I think Brandon Routh got robbed.
I agree with that statement too.
I think
but
he
still,
could have
I'm
been better
talking
than
comparing the two actors. I like.
I don't.
Well,
we don't. That's just it. As I don't feel like we have anything to base that on. We didn't get a chance to see Ralph shine as Superman.
that's true. All right.
Yeah, because Returns is pretty bad.
It's a bad movie.
It's a bad. Yeah. It's not even about the Superman character, what
No.
they did with him. It's just a bad movie. Okay.
Which is a shame because, and I know this is a bad name to bring up now, but Kevin Spacey's Luthor was great.
Yeah.
And he's a real life supervillain now.
But I mean, he
I don't
was
know about
basically
Supervillain.
He was basically Gene Hackman's.
Well, but that's
Lex.
the whole problem with that movie.
Yeah, it was
is
too
the
much of
whole movie.
78.
It was them trying to just sequel, the Reeves films, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
You
No.
can't.
Yeah. Look, Reeves is not. Reeves because of the history of the film, because of the performance, because of what he meant to us after the films. Okay, is always going to be a standalone deal.
And not just that, Superman has changed since then.
Yes.
The character has changed since Reeves wore the tights.
Right.
So for them to try to do that same type of movie is why we got what we got.
Yeah. I agree.
Speaking of
Whiny.
One of the events that changed Superman since those movies came out.
is the death of Superman, which celebrated its 25th anniversary.
Man, I remember standing in line for those.
How do you guys feel about that book and where it stands?
It's the most important comic book event of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The most
Absolutely.
important.
Yeah.
Comic book event. Yes.
Look, I know that Superman came back and it started this trend of death not mattering and all
And
that.
red and blue Superman.
I actually thought I like Red and Blue Superman.
All right.
I acknowledge that it's cheesy.
Okay.
I acknowledge that, but I was a kid, and as a kid, 2 Supermen with electric powers was awesome.
Yeah. I hated it. It's
That's
actually the reason why I stopped reading comic books.
Jeez, Jim.
But no, Death of Superman is the most. Yeah, absolutely.
Over Civil War.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
House of M.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Over
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes.
Okay. Now you notice that all the other books that you're talking about were series, right?
No,
This
they were
was-
events. They were events.
Yeah.
Hey.
Events.
Yeah, there were events, but I'm saying they took more than one book to tell the story,
So,
right?
Death of Superman.
No.
Death of Superman took about 7 issues.
Oh yeah. See, this is where you're by. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. No, but it represents a pivotal point, a specific.
Oh, see,
Point
that
in
I don't
time.
agree with. Because like the moment that Superman dies, I could not have cared less about. That's not what makes it an important event to me.
No.
What makes it an important event
Was to me.
is that was one of the first times in comics where we really see an event and how it affected the entire universe or world
Right.
that event took place in. We got to see a world mourn mourn its loss of a hero. We got to see his friends mourn his loss.
Funeral for a friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got to see, the power vacuum that his absence caused. We got to see what he meant to people with like Steel.
Right.
We got
See,
to see
I think
all of
it
that.
has a different impact for me because, in my mind, till it happened, Superman was unkillable.
Yeah.
And we didn't have this trend of all these superheroes that die
Right.
and come back and all that. That didn't exist in my world. So with this event, it had a really strong impact. It's actually why when it happened and he came back and all that, and then he went into the red and blue, why I had an issue with the red and blue. You came back for this?
Also, Death of Superman brought us, I think, one of the most interesting, if not overly complicated ways for a superhero to get back their superpowers.
Yes.
In any
Yes.
comic book version.
The
Yes.
Regeneration Matrix.
If nobody else
wasn't
gets
just the Regeneration Matrix. Do you not remember Eradicator's
Eradicator.
part of that?
Yes,
when,
yeah.
when he filtered the beam?
Right. I don't know how the other superheroes managed to come back without their own Eradicator.
Yeah.
Um,
This is my favorite of the 4 Supermen, by the way.
because of the shades.
Just everything about him. I thought Because again, at that time, the idea of a violent, like red rage Superman wasn't really a thing. He was that.
Right.
And now it's too much.
Yeah.
Kind of going more in the comics now. There's a lot of news coming out. Brian Michael Bendis has left Marvel and is now working for DC Comics.
Oh.
At the worst time.
I feel bad for DC.
Is doing really great with Rebirth.
Yes.
We get this cancer. But news came out as to why he left. He's apparently a huge Superman fan.
Oh, well, that's been known, though.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And now I'm terrified.
Again, look,
with cause.
I
with
joke
cause.
and I laugh, but again, sure, Bendis has been doing some ridiculous bullshit lately, but you cannot take away the amazing stories he's written.
Morales.
Smiles.
Fucking House of M.
House of M, yes.
That's, dude, again, from a Spider-Man fan, House of M broke me, dude. To see Peter lose Gwen and Uncle Ben again. All right, yeah, that broke me. And you can't, again, he's written some great stories.
Yeah.
So it's not like he doesn't have it in him.
I said it last week on the show, and I believe I said it before. The man has talent.
Yeah.
He just can't be left on his own. Okay? He cannot be given the reins.
But it will be very interesting to see how Marvel grows without Bendis.
Marvel hasn't stopped growing. There's another news that came out.
Which is?
They got rid of one of the worst things ever happened to Marvel, and no, it's worse than Bendis. Does the name Axel Alonso mean
Oh,
anything to
Jesus
you?
Christ.
Really? He has been let go from Marvel. Oh, I want to put my arm around you. But Axel Alonso is gone from Marvel Comics. If you don't know that name, be very happy. He's one of the reasons why we had Nazi Cap, why we had Magneto turn Hydra even. A Jewish Holocaust survivor. Yeah, that was great. Great writing there. Mm-hmm. He was editor-in-chief, also leading in with like Black Mirror and responsible for a lot of executive decisions that has kind of crippled the sales of Marvel Comics. Like sales figures for Marvel has been going on a downtrend. I think we're heading into a Marvel-like rebirth now.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Because competition's always good, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Hey, is this like their version of photobombing?
Yes.
Video bombing.
Puppy bombing.
Yeah. Oh, one more piece of Cavill news that I just wanted to tell you. He named his dog Cal.
Nick Cage hasn't beat them.
What?
Nick Cage named his son Cal. So, you know.
Well, folks,
Well, you
we're
were
going to be
almost
right back.
Your mother wouldn't let me.
And after... What?
I will name him Cal.
Wow. But then how would, a Spider-Man fan completely... Wouldn't make sense.
Hey.
So, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to continue on, and we're going to finally talk about Star Trek Discovery. Hello, folks. This is Adrian. This is James. That's Jim. And these are... Name them.
Molly?
Oh. Lily's down there. You can't see
can't
her.
really
Lily.
see
Here she is.
Should that be
Lily.
Yeah.
And this is Emma.
And funny enough, isn't Emma the mom? Or
No,
Lily?
Emma is Lily's daughter.
Lily is Emma's mom.
And Molly is?
Unrelated.
Unrelated. She's the aunt. She's the aunt by
Yes, the
marriage.
aunt by marriage.
Understood. You're wearing a Star Trek shirt.
I am? Oh.
Oh, is that what that little
I
thing
should
was?
have. Am I your number one right now? I guess I would make Jim number two.
I think
It's
you
a
just
poop
called your
joke.
shit.
It's a poop joke. Anyway, how do you feel about Star Trek Discovery as
Let's see what
right now at the mid-season break? We have more shows coming.
Yeah.
January 18th, it comes back.
Yep.
How do you feel about Star Trek Discovery?
Oh, Discovery.
A little louder into the mic.
I love Discovery.
There we go.
It's so good.
Picked them up the first time, but okay.
You can never be too sure.
No.
Jim, how do you feel about Discovery?
I find it difficult to describe it in few words. Hey,
Well, good. We have 15 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's a big timer there.
I actually love it. I love the characters. I love that they stayed with the same flavor of the Star Trek. Right?
Yeah, dude, I don't understand that criticism. I keep reading it over and over again that
Yeah.
this isn't Star Trek. This isn't
How can
Star
you
Trek.
not get that?
Look, no, I get it based on the first episode. The first episode was very grandiose and big, and it was a hook.
Right.
I get that. But the entire season was so Star Trek-y.
Mhm.
With all the pseudoscience and all the everything. I thought it was great.
Yes, right. They're definitely carrying on that tradition that hey, that life is going to be better for us in the future.
Yeah.
That we have all this to look forward to. Right. That humanity is not the scourge of existence. Okay. All the things that really endeared me to the original Star Trek are present here in this one. Right. And I love the captain. I love that he's this flawed human being, okay, that
Well,
has
It
issues.
pushes the term human being a bit.
Yeah. One thing I was going to say too, I think it's also awesome that we have a Star Trek series that doesn't follow a captain.
Right.
The captain is not the main character,
No.
which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Because we
Hell,
get-
number one isn't even the main
no,
character.
it's a prisoner of war. But not even a traitor is the main character.
Yeah. Right.
Which is interesting again because we get to. Because again, with the captain as the main character, that's why you couldn't have a flawed captain in any of the other series.
Right.
It's because you couldn't you couldn't discover the flaws.
Yeah.
Ha!
Speaking of second in commands, I love Doug Jones,
Oh
Yes.
yes.
but this is such an interesting character.
Yes.
Because at first,
Saru, what is it?
Saru.
Saru, yeah, Saru.
Lieutenant Saru.
Yeah.
And at first, he was very one-dimensional, I want to say. In the first two
I
episodes,
guess.
he was one-dimensional. But for the past two episodes,
Oh, I think in general, as soon as we saw like
Burnham come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
you see this change in him that's
Right.
just like you took this like that moment, that scene
Yeah.
where he's finally explaining to her that no, it's not just because you're responsible for our captain's death. Is because my entire time there, I thought I was building up to being your second in command with you in charge of a ship.
Right.
And you took that from me. The fact that he feels so strongly about him not getting to have that with her, that she caused him that pain, was so great for the series.
Yeah. Right.
I'm new to Trek,
Oh.
comparatively speaking to these gentlemen. I'm in at the
Trek
best
is
time.
hereditary.
I see that. I'm in, kind of thrown into the deep end. I did some original series. I watched all the classic movies with Kirk. I watched all the movies with Picard, except the first one, motion
you're
picture.
still watching?
I did not watch the motion picture because everyone told me not to watch.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
No.
See, so I did not watch that one, but I really enjoy Discovery. Admittedly, I've not watched enough Voyager or Deep Space Nine or Enterprise even to properly rank it, but I'm blown away by the quality of acting in this,
Yes.
and I think Lorca may be my second
Oh,
favorite captain.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Picard is number one, but I think Lorca is a bit more relatable than Kirk. Kurt was...
Look, let's be real. Nothing is relatable about Kirk.
Right. Yeah.
Let's be realistic here.
Nobody could be that
What
human being.
do you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not talking about his speech pattern. Right? I'm talking more
Or
of
Kirk Fu.
Yes. He was basically the Bruce Wayne of the spaceways.
Kinda.
With how much sex he had?
That too.
Yeah. And he had a thing for green apparently.
To be fair, I mean, I totally get that.
Especially
I
I
agree.
forgot her name, but oh my god, was she hot.
Ooh, one of the Orion girls.
The original, green girl.
Orion girls.
Orion.
But anyway, I don't know if no, Lorca's not my favorite captain, but he's definitely probably the most interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just again because of that, the flaw, the
Right.
weight that he carries, and not just that. He's similar to Batman to me. he has this like
Tormented soul.
no. This militant,
Oh.
not militant in terms of like from a military standpoint, but this like insanely focused mission.
He's obsessed.
Yeah,
To
he's got
killing the Klingons.
Yes.
no, I don't even think it's that. It's to ending the war.
Right.
If he could end the war without killing the Klingons, I believe he would. But that is number one priority above anything
Right.
else.
Yeah.
And Batman shares that in his, crusade for justice.
Yeah.
Right.
He's insane about it. Like how
This has to happen.
Yeah, how dedicated he is to it. But so much so that he doesn't recognize the flaws in his own methodology.
Right.
And I think Lorca is like that too.
Now,
Actually, I think that Lorca on a sub-level, a subconscious level, he does realize that he's, broken.
No, he
right?
knows that he's broken, but I don't think he realizes how broken his idea of how this, like, his pursuit of the end of this war is.
Yeah, no, he's blind to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel also, I'm going to ask this, I feel that Michael Burnham
Yes.
is
She is
arguably...
the greatest character I have seen in...
Let him finish.
I'm sorry. I didn't-
No, go ahead.
Hey.
That's kind of where I was going anyway.
A greatest character
It's
I've
nice that
seen
you
on,
start something.
on a TV series, ever. I can't think of another one that I could
Whoa, dude. Ever?
ever, right? I mean, she brings so many dimensions to that character, right?
Well, yeah, because she's the first human
Mm-hmm.
to be raised by the Vulcans.
Right. Yeah, half human
Pure
account.
Yeah.
A pure human, but she was raised by the Vulcans. She even had that like weird bob haircut.
I really, really liked.
Sarah?
Sarek. Oh, the actor. I forget his name. He's a great actor too. But yeah, the
I'll
guy
look
playing
it up.
Sarek. Regardless, he's amazing. But no, the
Yeah.
episode where we finally see what his pain is. That
Right.
he chose Spock over her, only for Spock to be like, "Fuck the Vulcan Academy! I want to go to Starfleet." That moment. If you're watching this and we're spoiling this for you, let's get you up to date there. Because Michael Burnham thinks that she disappointed Sarek,
Right.
but then she finally sees that the Vulcan Academy would only let one of his impure children into the academy,
Right.
and he chose Spock over her.
Yeah, so she wasn't letting him down, and it's his own guilt that
Right.
he's struggling with.
So despite the fact that, but that turns out being terrible because that's what she really wanted
Right.
was the Vulcan Academy. She did not want Starfleet. Meanwhile, Spock didn't want the Vulcan Academy at all, and he went to Starfleet.
Yeah.
So it was a great moment in the
Now
show.
here's a question: do you think that Spark would have made the same
Spark?
decision? Spark. Spock would have made the same decision had he known, right, that he and his pseudo sister
James
were-
Fran.
James Fran, yeah, there you
There
go.
you go. That it came down to a choice between him and his pseudo sister.
I don't know.
Right?
That is interesting. I don't know because I feel like at that point it wouldn't have mattered. By the time he went to Starfleet,
Mm-hmm.
she was already
Yeah.
so I don't think it would have mattered.
Do you feel with Spock having a human sister,
Yes.
and the human sister acting more
That he never
Vulcan than
referred
human,
Yeah.
do you feel kind of bad that we didn't have that in maybe TOS where he would bring up this human sister?
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's no denying that this idea is an afterthought. I don't think this was ever considered from the beginning.
Right.
But so yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if this was something that was referenced originally, but I don't think it really matters.
If it ever happens, because beyond
I really consider it more like fanfare, when they wrote
fan
this-
fiction,
Right? No, when they wrote the story, that it could have been any, diplomat or important
Oh, I get you.
character, but they brought Sorek specifically.
So, yeah.
Right? So yeah, it had to be catered,
Yeah.
The story had to be catered for that.
That'd be carved into place.
Right.
but I feel that you have a perfect opportunity, at least a perfect opportunity in my opinion, if we were to get a Star Trek 4 right after Beyond, which I thought Beyond was fucking amazing. I loved Beyond.
You can't do that because, as we've already discussed, this does not take place in the Kelvin timeline.
but it is ambiguous enough that you could argue that it does.
They pretty much like
Yeah.
they've made it pretty clear that
Yeah.
it's not, though. I think.
I mean, again, spoilers, but we see now what's happening. What's the doctor's name? I forget.
Stamets?
Yeah.
Right? That the whole.
Which is a great character, by the way.
Right. Yes, and he's a great
Like,
actor.
he's my favorite that I
Right.
watched.
But in the storyline, we see now that this is having a detrimental effect on his health, and that he's not going to be able to do it forever. Which is, the reasoning why we don't see it
A spore drive.
in other, chronologically in
Yeah.
the future. Okay, and I think it's an excellent idea, by the way. Okay, now we're all on pins and needles to see what the captain does about it.
Yeah.
I think the captain is crazy enough, and then it'll get shut down to put someone else there.
Or himself.
Or himself.
Or himself.
Or, dare I say it, Michael Burnham.
No, I don't
No.
think Michael would do it.
No, and he's too protective of her.
That too.
Yeah, he doesn't even want her to go down on missions because he's afraid that something's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
That he
Also,
sees
it would
something.
invigorate the Klingons if they got the person who started the war and everything.
Right. Oh man, that was so good too, eh? The way-
That battle?
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
Though it didn't do much for the Klingon opinion of humans. To
No.
have her run away and teleport out of the battle.
Well, it didn't matter because a little after.
Oh yeah.
All witnesses were gone.
Ship of the Dead lived up to its name.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yes.
And that was a really good
What-
looking ship. That was a beautiful looking ship.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it was
was.
super cool.
I have a question.
Yeah,
What do you like? What they've done with the Klingons themselves?
I do.
I know.
Why?
What?
feel-
No Lamar?
Huh?
No Coles.
No, the Golem Egg.
I like the Golem. I don't.
As a Puerto
I
Rican,
like
I
the
found
forehead, how it's done. They look very alien.
No!
So weird.
How could they miss the mark that way?
I know. I mean, to be fair, like the original Klingons were just like Puerto Ricans and Golden May. Like,
Yeah.
that's all they were.
I like that. Give me more Puerto Ricans and Golem. And we'll be right back after these words. Maximum warp. Actually, screw that.
Make it so, number one.
All right. Black Alert.
Take us
Which
out.
I like Black Alert. I like how the
Oh yeah,
ship
that's super
right?
cool.
turns. All right, enough of that. But the Klingons, I like how different colored they are. There's
Yeah.
some
Oh yeah,
light-
that is really
Yeah,
cool.
right? Yeah.
Takuvma looked really cool.
The movement looked super cool.
And the armors look really cool. I just don't like how the forehead is shaped.
Right.
I don't know. I like them diverging, like making the aliens look less
Alien?
Yeah, because that became a problem with Star Trek.
Yeah.
Is that every alien was just a human with a fucked up forehead. Like every alien was
Right.
that.
Exactly.
There's too many humanoid.
Yeah, like one of the
things.
first times, which impressed me so much. One of the first times we got a recurring character that looked so hugely different was the Ferengi,
Right.
with their huge headpieces and the teeth.
the
and
giant
ears.
ears,
Yeah, they
And-
look so different. I
Right.
love that. So
And
no.
then their ears are erogenous.
That's right.
Yes.
So if you
Well,
ever
so-
deal with a
so am
Ferengi,
I.
just rub those ears and he'll be putting your.
But yeah, so moving on.
Are you
Oh, actually,
picturing
wait.
playing with a Ferengi right now?
I'm sorry. Before we continue with Star Trek, we have a few people to thank, don't we?
Oh, so before we boldly go where no one's gone before, we're gonna.
Yeah, where everyone's going now.
If you haven't guessed by now, please watch Star Trek Discovery. Because you're doing yourself a grand disservice. You don't even need to watch the other stuff. There's good stuff there, like fan service, like little wink and nods. But
Yeah.
if you're not even like an original fan or anything, you can enjoy it.
No,
If you're
my
just
girlfriend
interested
just-
in genuinely good sci-fi, this is it.
Joanna's never seen a single other episode of Star Trek.
Really?
She's seen the movies and all that, but she's never watched Star Trek. And she loved
Really?
this. Loved it.
Yeah.
Right, baby?
Uh-huh. That's usually what I do with James. Am I right, Agent? Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever you say. Just please stop
Hey.
yelling at me.
Okay.
So, we want to thank, right off the bat, 24/7 Miami for airing our content. We want to thank Adagar Media for
With our new
sponsoring
friends
us.
at Addict Media.
Exactly. Our Facebook group, Fan Freaks. Thanks for freaking. Keep on freaking on. And wait, speaking of Fan Freaks, James,
Yeah, your webmaster has brought you a website.
Oh my fucking.
Yeah, check us out, fanfreaks.net. For right now, it's going to be your central hub for where you can find us. You have a link directly to the Facebook group, to our Twitter, to our YouTube channel, to everything on there.
We have a Twitter.
Yes, we
I
do have
can't,
Twitter.
I can't believe we have Twitter. And Lori Petty liked us.
Yes, she did.
Because of you, because you found this great picture of Tank Girl, and you sent it to her, and she liked it.
Yep.
So we're kind of famous.
I also tagged the original artist in it. I tagged him in it, and he thanked us too. But then Lori Petty responded to both of us. It was great.
Nice.
But yeah, and then so
we're getting there.
I post all the episodes of CanonFire on there. Any other media that the freaks appear in, you can find there. And also, we're showcasing some of our member stuff. You can find if you have something you want us to put up, let us know.
Right.
Yeah, because we're all here to help each other.
Yes. And we will be posting future events and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yes, like in March, the Freakies, February, some video game tournaments, namely when the Turtles come out, Injustice 2, and Smash, hopefully at FIU if we can get this deal.
We're also trying to organize a FIFA tournament, so if you're interested, let me know. Drop us a line. Right?
Get your sports games out of this nerd conversation. No, I'm kidding.
This is the only sports nerds can participate in. I'm the exception, of course.
I don't like these stereotypes.
There's quite a bit of stereotypes.
Yeah.
Actually,
there
was a football player, I forgot who it was, and he reenacted the Luke Skywalker Darth Vader scene when he scored a touchdown. I forgot where, but they reenacted it.
That.
And somebody else did the Super Saiyan Kamehameha. So
that's amazing.
nerds play sports too.
Right. We do try to avoid sports, but I have one thing I have to say. Go you!
Yeah. Go you. Go you. Anyway, I wanted to include also that right now, to finish up our Discovery talk, I kind of like how it's not traditionally on TV. It's solely for the streaming service.
Ooh, okay, wait, really quick, hold on. I didn't finish about the Klingons real quick.
Oh, yeah, go.
Because really quick, one thing I do like is how much they're showcasing the Klingon culture.
Right.
We've gotten bits of that here and there, especially with Worf,
Right.
you know, all that. But we've never seen how it affected their whole, like...
Their own interaction.
Yeah, exactly.
As a culture.
Yeah,
Right?
so
I love
especially
that.
when it comes to their methodology about how they want to be pure Klingon.
Yeah.
Right.
And how impure things are. And speaking of impure, this last episode.
Oh, yeah.
With that traitor Klingon.
Right.
And that she liked this human.
What's the word? Defector. There we go.
Defective, yeah.
Defector, yeah.
And she apparently,
That got really kinky, man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
apparently she's defecting because she's in love with a human.
I don't think
That
she's in love with him.
I think she likes using him.
Yeah, I think
That was the best case of
I
male
think
rape
that's-
I've ever seen in a
Well,
show.
yeah, right? But I think that's kind of how she expresses love. Does that mean? That character, that's her equivalent of love.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jim, whatever
No, I
shit you do on your own time.
I think she considers him like
Is why he's here.
A pet. A pet, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pet. That's weird. But no, she's like
Slave?
exactly that. It's this
Slave,
weird,
yeah.
like it's almost scientific. I think.
Right. Now you notice. Did you notice that, like when he was having the flashbacks when he went into
The
shop?
PTSD and all that.
Yeah. Right. That some of the scenes were about the torture, but a lot of them were sexual.
That they didn't show those till after. No.
They did. I just saw it today.
Okay.
I saw it this morning, but yeah, I feel it was a little later on. The first were just him getting ripped to shreds and beaten the fuck up and just bloody
together.
everywhere
Yeah.
and everything. I just feel really weird. I feel that was the best case we've ever seen of male rape in TV or anything like that.
The best case. That's really bad wording. The best representation.
Phrasing.
The best example.
representation.
The best example.
Yeah, because we don't talk a lot about that, but we're getting into this new area here because we had Jessica Jones. What was it? 2 years ago now, with sexual assault. We're getting a lot of in the media right now. Both men and women are being sexually assaulted.
Harassment.
And harassment, and now we're getting more representation. Do you like that? Like the real world representation in sci-fi?
Yeah.
I personally enjoy it.
I think media in general needs to be a reflection of real life.
Sure.
That's great.
If this show did not reflect the culture, its contemporary culture, it's missing its mark.
Dude, on that same note, the representation of soldier PTSD in The Punisher, I know you're not there yet.
No.
But that's intense and it's hard to watch.
It is.
But it's so good.
Yes, it just drags a little bit.
You know what I'm talking
No,
what I'm
no,
talking
you can't
about.
think about
I'm not talking about Frank.
Oh, the
I'm
Lewis
talking
character.
about Lewis. His whole thing, it's hard to watch.
But Frank has it too. But Lewis has it really well done.
But they're really going into the what it does to their brain, like how it messes with their lives with Lewis, and it's really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Jim.
Yeah.
My question to you: do you like the fact that now with TV shows, we're completely going into this whole thing of just streaming instead of first going to cable or anything like that?
Hey, since I download all my goddamn content, I rarely watch actual live TV. It really doesn't matter to me. The streaming is just another new aspect to take advantage.
So funny enough, I brought this up when I was on Geek Court.
Oh, which are our friends going nowhere?
Over Going Nowhere Media.
Which you with Garrett in the Geek Trivia.
I loved everyone's face of surprise when what is the name of the robotic flubber? Weebo? Yes. Then they all looked at me like I was a weirdo. I loved it. But no, going back, I talked about this because the question was whether it's worth it to subscribe to
CBS All Access.
Yeah, this is what we've been asking for.
Yeah.
We've been asking for a subscription-based cable service since the prices of cable have been in such contention.
Right.
Where we get to choose what channels we want, what content we want to pay for. That's exactly what we did here. Look, I got my subscription to CBS All Access, and mid-season finale is over. I canceled my subscription. And now when it starts up again in January, I'll start it back up, and when it ends, I'll cancel it. And if CBS adds another show to keep me watching, then sure, I'll do it. But that's the point, is that this is what I feel like we've wanted.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I think we were all kind of spoiled in the early honeymoon phase of streaming media, where Netflix and Hulu had everything.
Right.
But it was ridiculous to think it was going to stay that way because everyone wants a piece of the pie, and that's what we're seeing now with CBS,
Disney.
CW, Disney, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what pisses me off though. What CBS All Access, I can pay for no commercials. Amazing.
Yeah.
Netflix, no commercials. Hulu, you can pay for no commercials.
All right.
CW, I would pay them if they would let me watch their shows with no commercials, but they don't, and I hate that.
Same.
But
look, I understand that commercials are how you pay for everything, right? But really, as a viewer, they just get in the way and they ruin the storyline.
Yep. I have one more question. James brought it up with Disney. We all know rumors now abound that Netflix isn't going to have any more Marvel shows.
Again, I don't think they're not going to have any new ones.
Right. No Moon Knight. No Blade. My question to you is, what is the fate of these 6 shows, which are the 4 Defenders and then Defenders and then Punisher? Would they take them out and send them to Disney?
No.
Or
first off, I don't think they can.
because of distribution deals?
Yeah,
with
I think because Netflix has it's not only distribution, but it's Netflix's production.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think I have no idea what that
and then
contract
you have
looks like.
Runaways on Hulu, because that question could go to them as well.
Yeah, so I don't know what their contract looks like, but I can't. First off, it's the same thing as when Disney bought Marvel. How people had questions about the park at Universal. There is no reason for them to get to close that park or move that park out or anything like that. They're still making money off of that while somebody else runs it.
Right.
No reason for them to change that.
Exactly.
I feel like the
Even
same
though
thing with
now
Netflix.
they're considering adding like a Marvel side
Yeah, and that's fine.
Magic Kingdom, I think.
But again, that doesn't take away
No, it
from the
doesn't.
Marvel superhero island at Universal. And it's the same thing with Netflix. They have no if Netflix they're putting the work in, it'd be stupid for them to not take advantage of that and just earn what they're earning. Meanwhile, they can put all the new shit on their own stuff, and that's fine. My concern though is if Disney's gonna treat their streaming service with kid gloves.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about, because you brought up everyone in our little group chat knows that I want a Moon Knight series so bad. But but that would only work if they could do it like Daredevil and Punisher, where it's brutal.
Right.
Because that's Moon Knight. He's insane and he's violent and all of that. You take that out, you ruin Moon Knight.
I think Disney as a corporation has realized that they can't just cater to kids anymore. That they have to be a more roundabout.
Well, I mean, considering how well their
roundabout.
franchise is now, because their
Yeah.
Marvel movies take care of the adolescents. They have some adult content, some R-rated stuff, and then they have their very kid-friendly stuff, which is
Right.
Pixar and things like that. And I think that does it for us. I want to say thank you, James, for letting us be in your house. Thank you, Dogs, for not.
Yeah.
Yapping it up.
Yeah. This has been a great show. Take it away. Number 2.
Make it so.